What up? Got a message for dads today. Well, not really. Uh, it could be a message for a mom or a father figure or a leader of a different sort. But the acronym for today is DAD. Okay. So I'm going to be to the point today and share with you a few of my thoughts and hopefully frame this in a way that you can go apply it to your life. And that's really the key in the goal. All right. So, DAD. Discernment, activation, deployment. So, as a dad, you're a leader of your family unit, and the truth matters, right? So, when people are not aware of the truth or not aligned with the truth or they're deceiving themselves, it causes problems, it causes unnecessary suffering. So, discernment is the task of a dad or a mom, really both, but and therefore you should be listening to understand the whole truth, not just what is said. Many of you know kids will lie. Kids will, like, they're trying to defend their position, and kids just want to be right. It's just part of their development process. So we have to guide them. We have to lead with discernment. The best way we can do that is to make sure that our own prescription is clear and that we are seeing things as they actually are. Um, you and I both know that triggers happen, and your kids or your parents, even maybe, can cause you to activate this emotional body, your lower nature. It might be the comment section on some Facebook post, it might be something like that. But the point I'm making is when we keep discernment close to our hearts, we are less likely to be carried away by some outburst or emotional outpouring of someone else. So, yeah, discernment is the first step, it's the foundation, right? And what we believe matters, it's important. There is a scale of consciousness that can help you identify where someone is operating. And if you want to find that, you can just look it up yourself. But when you lead yourself well with discernment, you begin phase two. We call phase two activation. One more thing on discernment, actually. Okay. We're all bananas. Okay. We're all bananas. Did you know that there are over 1,000 different varieties of banana? It's true. Different bananas that come from different regions are different because of the climate and the conditions, like the soil and other humidity, things like that, that make a banana unique. Okay, folks? We're all bananas. Your brain is as unique as the conditions that created you and your personality. They're linked. They're linked. Okay. So this is going to be true of others as well, your kids and everyone else. Like when you begin to understand someone is the way that they are because of the conditions that created them, it can lead you to curiosity. And now our differences are actually a conversation starter. You know how interesting this life is and how interesting this world is, right? There are no uninteresting things. There are only uninterested people, okay? So get some discernment. Find it in yourself and begin by seeking to understand. Oh, baby. Begin by seeking to understand. Listen to understand. So many people are just listening and they have this scheme going in their head to try to get their plan, like to get their outcome. And this scheme is sometimes even unconscious. You don't even think about your thinking, which we call metacognition. When we think about our thinking, we're stepping aside and we are watching ourselves and we are beginning to become more aware. So that's just the tip of the iceberg for discernment. We'll continue to go deeper. I want to keep this video brief, so that's it for now. Stage 2, activation. This is where you're kidding. This is where your family dynamics can come alive, okay? This is where you become alive. This is where you have permission to try something new. You have permission to seek engagement instead of expectations. You have permission to activate something in yourself that has been dormant. You have permission to decide, okay, the truth of reality is more nuanced and multifaceted than reductionist simps try to make it. Okay? Think about that. There are no uninteresting things. There are only uninterested people. What I said was the truth is more nuanced and multifaceted than reductionist simps try to make it. Okay? And I would define a reductionist simp as someone who tries to oversimplify everything and make it general and say, like, you know, the details matter, folks. That's the key. The details matter. And this reductionist philosophy leads to conformity, leads to such a bland, compliant nature. You have to enjoy the nuance. We're all bananas. Are you listening? We're all bananas. You have grace. You are forgiven. Listen, this is for you. This is for you. A gift not received stays with the sender. Are you going to receive this? Discernment, activation, and deployment? It's coming your way in 7 days or less. You are going to have a realization of like, oh, this is what that dude was saying. And you didn't even know that like unconscious parts of your mind are going to be working around the clock behind the scenes in order to make this real. This is real to me. This is the truth. Your activation is really just your commitment to understanding first, and secondly, the little things are the big things. Like the 10 minutes when you get home from work and how your family responds to you and how you interact with your family, that's the big things. That's life, okay? Don't miss it. Dinner around the table, that's the big things. Your health, your nutrition, your longevity, okay? Your functional strength, your range of motion, your fitness and nutrition. Are you leading yourself well? Are you? Do one little thing. An apple a day. You ever heard that one? An apple a day. That's right. You know that. Okay? And small shifts can create big changes. Something amazing and miraculous and new is coming for you. And 2023 can be the best year of your life. And on some level, it already is. Here we go. Phase 3, deployment. You know the difference between employment and deployment? Employment is when someone else is your boss. They tell you what to do, and you receive pay for that. Okay? But I'm talking more about your home life here. And when you deploy yourself, what you're going to do is you're going to take all the parts of you, and you already know your strengths. Well, you might. I hope that you're not too busy and distracted and lacking self-awareness to deploy yourself. Okay? But you know in your heart right from wrong. Yes. And when you deploy yourself, you decide to make the changes you want to see in your own life. You have permission to deploy yourself. You have permission to break out of the structure of your patterns. Okay? Your brain has habits, it is running itself. You can observe that, or you can be unconscious of it. But I'm letting you know, you are bananas. You are a banana. You are as unique as the conditions that created you. But this is a free will planet. You get to choose who you want to be. You get to choose your way of being. And you get to choose how you're going to show up for your family and how you're going to show up to life. It's not always easy. Doing the deep work is not always easy. Sometimes it's like a big, deep well of the most refreshing living water. But like, it hasn't been used in a while. And there's a bunch of mud and muck and things that you just stuff down there, right? Like when you want to disown negative emotions and like cut them off and say, that's not me, I'm not that, or you don't want to own those things, they get stuffed down in. They don't get released. They don't express themselves and pass through. They hang on until the lesson is learned, until you process what's holding you back. The good news is this is your deployment. This is your moment. You have permission right now to take back your power. And forgiveness is revision. I'm not asking you to say, oh, it's okay that you abused me, or oh, it's okay that this happened. I'm not asking you to say whatever trauma you went through was okay. However, the miracle of revision comes when you say, I'm not going to give my power to that idea. Yes, that happened and it was bad, but I'm going to reclaim that energy. Okay. The lesson stays, the story's still there, but we're taking our energy back. We're taking our power back. You are going to deploy yourself. You are going to determine your own goals for your family. Okay. If you don't already have this, you need a family vision. You need to know your core values. You need to know your way of being in advance. You can't just flow with the wind and trust that you're going to end up where you want to end up. It doesn't work that way. How you set the sail is going to determine your destination. The wind blows the same for everyone, okay? But the way that you are going to end up where you want to end up is you have to know where you're going. And then you have to actually set the sail. You have to have the skill to navigate this across the sea and restore the heart of Tahiti, okay? That's what you're going to do. Listen, discernment, you heard it. Something tingled inside of you. You know, like, okay, maybe there's something to this. We're all bananas. Each person is as unique as the conditions that created them. That makes every conversation so interesting. Ask a better question, people. Ask yourself a better question. Ask others a better question. Stop asking people, how's your day? What do you think they're going to say? How are you? What do you think they're going to say? Okay? Ask yourself a better question. And we are on track right now. You are now activated. You are now beginning to feel as if maybe I should stop the scroll. Maybe I should get up and go for a walk. Maybe I should change it up, interrupt a pattern. Maybe I should activate myself and deploy myself into my mission. Listen, when you're dying and you're on your deathbed, it won't matter how much money you accrued. If the quality of your relationships aren't the most valuable thing that you have. I love you. This is going to be a great day. It's going to be a great week. You are on track. Okay? If you found this message, it's for you. Don't give up. Hold on a little longer. What don't kill you only makes you stronger. Yes. Let's just take a moment to let this sink in. Yeah, thank you for the source of creation. Thank you to my inner guidance. Thank you for the evolution of consciousness. Yes, yes, yes. I trust that better days are coming. I trust that brighter days are coming. And I know this in my heart. Can't stop it. It's coming. Love you. Peace.